Hi everyone, welcome to episode 7 of Austin Opera's Live from Indy Terrace, part 2 of our Austin Opera Favorite Moments program. Today we share 5 more clips from recent seasons that will enable us to relive some of our most fabulous productions and gorgeous musical moments we've shared together. Many thanks to all of you that completed our survey to determine the order for today's show. I also have a special welcome for all the Girl Scouts of Central Texas we have watching with us today. Riley and I look forward to our Zoom meeting after the broadcast. We hope you enjoy the show today, and thank you for your support, which made these productions possible in the first place, and that will enable us to continue producing wonderful opera in Austin in the years to come.
Enjoy the show.
Hi, my name's Joby Talbot, and I'm the composer of the opera Everest. I'm originally from London, England, but I'm speaking to you now from my studio in Southern Oregon, where we're locked down and making it through this coronavirus emergency. Back in the days when we were able to leave the house and do things like go to the opera, I came down to Austin, Texas to experience a wonderful week working with the opera company there, and 3 really amazing performances of my piece. And the section I think you're about to see is a duet between the characters Rob Hall and Jan Arnold, beautifully sung by Andrew Bidlack and Heather Johnson. This comes about a third of the way through the opera. It's a 1-act opera, lasts for about 70 minutes. Tells the story of the 1996 disaster on Mount Everest, where multiple climbers were trapped at the top of the mountain by a sudden storm, and tragically some of them were killed. Well, Rob Hall was one of those climbers who was killed. And in a flashback sequence we see him back in his garden in New Zealand with his wife Jan Arnold, Dr. Jan Arnold, who'd been the expedition medic the previous year when they summited Mount Everest. But she was pregnant with their first child and was unable to join Rob on this particular ill-fated expedition. And in this sequence, as I say, we travel back in time to early in her pregnancy, where they're talking about what they might like to call their child.
I don't like posing. Can you tell? I'm glad you insisted. Turn your head. Turn your head. Imagine showing her all these photos taken each month. Imagine so sweet. Imagine. Shall we call her just for breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Hi there, this is Kang Wang. I sang the role of Rodolfo in Austin Opera's 2019 production of La Bohème by Puccini. It was both my role debut and my house debut, and I am truly grateful for the opportunity to share the music with my fantastic colleagues and the enthusiastic Austin audience. In this following scene recorded live from our production, Mimi and Rodolfo were about to break up because Mimi was dying of consumption, and as a poor poet, there was nothing that Rodolfo could do to save her. But because their love to one another was so great, eventually they decided to get through this lonely winter together and wait until the spring when the world would come back to life. I think many of us can deeply relate to this at the present time, and I really do hope that our world will come back to life soon so our music can live on. Thank you, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see everybody on stage in person soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Cavanaugh. It was my great pleasure to be the stage director for Austin Opera's production of Bizet's Carmen in the fall of 2017. We had a great time putting this show together. It was my third time in Austin, and I just loved it, as I always do. We had a wonderful cast. The fabulous Sandra Eddy was awesome as Carmen, and Chad Shelton was a great Don Jose. The whole cast was wonderful. The crew, the chorus, the orchestra, they're all wonderful, wonderful in that great city. One of my very, very favorite places to go. We updated this production to the 1970s. We called it our Boogie Nights Carmen. And the 70s in Spain was a time when the country was grappling with what it meant to be free. They were following the death of their longtime dictator, Federico Franco. And of course, this is what this opera is all about the importance of freedom, what freedom means to everyone, not always the same thing. And this excerpt, which is the beginning of Act 2, is a perfect little microcosm for the personality of Carmen and how she takes on her pursuit of happiness and liberty. She starts out in this beautiful, serene environment and then just winds it up and spirals it off into almost a sense of chaos. And for her, that's where she thrives and feels the most alive. Of course, it's a bit of an ironic exercise because things don't go too well for Carmen in the end. That's a bit of a spoiler alert. I hope you enjoy this excerpt of our production, and I hope to see you again soon in that wonderful, wonderful city. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on being weird, Austin.
Guten Tag!
Howdy, y'all!
And greetings from our apartment here in Dresden, Germany. I'm Joseph Dennis.
And I'm Haley Clark, and we sang the roles of Anna Sorensen and Niklaus Sprink in Austin Opera's recent production of Silent Night.
This production was so special to us for so many reasons. First of all, the characters we got to play, who are European opera singers engaged to be married. We're opera singers living in Europe, and we are married in real life. Also, this was the first time we have ever gotten to sing on the same stage together as leading roles. And lastly, we love Austin. It's where we were married. We have family all over Texas, and so it was such a pleasure to be back there.
Yes. You will be seeing a scene from the end of Act 1. Up until this point in the opera, there's been a lot of battle, war, and war scenes. And my character, Anna, has gotten special permission to visit her fiancé, Niklaus, in the German trenches. And on this Christmas Eve, there's been a special truce between the Scottish, German, and French armies, and all are gathered. So Anna sings a blessing, Dona nobis pacem, grant us all peace, to all of the soldiers. It's, to me, one of the most powerful moments in any opera of which I've ever been a part or seen, because it's an a cappella aria, and it really highlights the power of the human voice and of music to unite us all together. So we hope you enjoy. We miss you, Austin Opera, and be well.
In pace. Ite in pace.
Hi there, my name is Madison Leonard, and I sang Gilda in Austin Opera's 2019 fall production of Rigoletto. I had just debuted the role a month before, and it was my second time getting a chance to sing the role, but my first time at Austin Opera, and I was blown away with the experience. The camaraderie in that company is second to none, and we just had a fantastic time. We had a great creative team, a great cast, an amazing set and costumes, and the whole thing came together just so beautifully. And Austin's awesome, obviously. The vintage shopping, and there was a giant book fair that happened while I was there, and I can't even talk about the tacos because I miss them too much. It was a wonderful time in Austin. I can't wait to be back. This excerpt comes from Gilda's first aria, Caro Nome, and she has just met the Duke and quickly fallen in love, and he told her his name, which to most of us would not seem like a truly significant piece of information, but because Gilda is such a sheltered young woman, having this information about her lover's name is incredibly powerful to her, and she sings this aria and just basically total bliss, cloud nine, falling in love with him, and celebrating that new found state of womanhood, or so she thinks. Enjoy!
Thank you for tuning in, and special thanks to our guests today who joined us from all over the world. Director Michael Kavanagh in Canada, soprano Madison Leonard in Switzerland, soprano Haley Clark and her husband Joseph Dennis, currently in Germany, tenor Kang Wang, currently in London, and composer Joby Talbot, currently in Oregon. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you right back here next week for episode 8 of Austin Opera's Live from Indy Terrace.